All right, you and I are diving into a wild martial arts revenge story with insane art and a killer plot. It is incredibly immersive and perfect for martial arts fans. Without further ado, let us enter this brilliant world and meet the legendary hyper-tragedians. These people possess an absolute recall far beyond ordinary humans. No matter how much time passes, everything feels like it just happened. Using my perfect memory, I helped the Alliance chief Long Shoya restore all their lost martial arts records. But the bastard betrayed me. The moment I finished, he decided to eliminate me. Why, I only ever helped you. Why treat me like this? I refused to die like a dog, but he just sneered, blaming my perfect memory. You remember every single top-secret file inside our pavilion. If you ever colluded with the demonic sect, the martial world would be doomed. For justice and the safety of the world, you and your memories must be completely erased. How utterly ridiculous, defeated by the demonic sect and fleeing like dogs. Does this pathetic alliance even have a future? He told me to shut up. Sect and rebuild the martial world. What a joke. After sacrificing countless lives just to flee to the North Sea, how will you rebuild anything? At this point, I cannot even tell who the real demons are. My absolute biggest regret in this life was placing my fate and my sect Taiyi into the hands of these hypocrites, but at least I will end my own life on my terms. Now watch closely, because having a perfect memory is a curse when pain never fades. When the war between righteous and demonic forces began, our tiny weak sect was forcefully drafted. But compared to the Alliance, the demonic sect was too powerful. The cowards fled to the North Sea, leaving my juniors behind as human shields. Then they approached me, demanding I memorize every single manual and record. They promised that once we reached safety, and I restored everything, they would save my fellow disciples. I literally destroyed my own mind, memorizing their secrets only to be stabbed in the back like this. Had I known, I would have fought to save innocent lives instead. Why did heaven curse me with this useless power? I closed my eyes in absolute regret. But suddenly my ancient bracelet flared with a brilliant, blinding white light. I made a silent vow. If I get a second chance, I will become unstoppable. No more begging. I will protect my loved ones myself. Suddenly a harsh voice snaps me back to reality. Get up, Chen Xiaoyun. Did you seriously pass out already, you? Coward, your juniors are all stronger than you. Great is my perfect memory, making me relive physical pain too. But the searing agony is too real. I open my eyes and my jaw drops. No way. Isn't this the Taiyi sect training ground? And my junior disciples are standing right there staring at me. Seeing my long-dead family, tears well up. Overwhelmed, I run and wrap them in a hug. Junior sister Hong, who died so brutally in the war, and silly old Jin Biao, they are all here, even if this is just a dying hallucination. You and I both know how emotional this is, but they just think I have completely lost my mind. I pinch Sister Hong's cheeks, man. She was so cute as a kid, and Biao was still wetting the bed, making me wash the sheets. But just as I am celebrating this final dream, a cold voice ruins the moment behind me. Chen Xiaoyun, our duel isn't over. Stop acting crazy or I will beat your precious juniors instead. My happy mood instantly vanishes. Why do I have to see this jerk in my final moments? Give me some better memories. Damn it. This is Ji Zhiyong, the spoiled heir of the wealthy Jilong Guild. Since his dad sponsors us, he joined our sect and uses his family's money and influence to bully my juniors under the guise of sparring. We always endured it to keep the funding, but since this is my dream, I am going to absolutely wreck him. Hearing this, Zheyong loses his mind and charges right at me, unleashing a sword technique I remember all too well. The sacred dragon sword style bought with his daddy's money. In my past life, this move gave me absolute hell. Back then I could see his moves, but lacked the speed to react. But compared to the demons I fought and the god-tier manuals I memorized, this brat's amateur style is a complete joke. With a single strike of the basic Xiaoxian broken blade, I send him flying, spitting blood. He is completely stunned, his precious technique lost to a trash-tier basic move. Honestly, beating this clown down with garbage skills feels amazing. But the crowd is dead silent. Everyone knows the Shaotian style is regarded as absolute garbage. A trash style beating the ultimate dragon style. Nobody can believe their eyes. Thoroughly humiliated, Jeong roars in pure rage. "Chen Shaoyun, you bastard, I will kill you." But as he raises his sword to charge, he instantly collapses from exhaustion, right in front of me. My junior brothers erupt in cheers, screaming that I actually won the fight. I still think it's just a dream, but stick with me, his epic comeback has officially begun. I was good to me, but then bam! A fist smashes right into my face. "Senior brother, wake up. What if Geelong Chamber of Commerce cuts our funding? What are we going to do?" But I'm barely hearing junior sister Hong right now. Why? Because I just realized something mind-blowing. This isn't some deathbed flashback. "Still half asleep? Let me beat you awake." That heavy punch made me realize this isn't a dying hallucination. I actually regressed to the past. When my eyes open again, I'm lying in the infirmary bed. Honestly, this whole rebirth thing is still hard to wrap my head around. What is going on? The only clue I have is this azure dragon ring that came back with me. Looted from the demonic sect, it glowed blindly right before I died. Did it cause my rebirth? Suddenly loud shouting outside shatters my thoughts. "Hurry up and hand that brat over. Hand over that peasant. He hurt my boy's head. Want me to pull your funding?" "I'm so sorry, my bad, I didn't train him right." But Shaoyun fainted too, so please show mercy. Hearing my sect master begging and getting humiliated because of me by some petty merchant guild president, no way. In this second life, I'm earning my own keep. I'm claiming my destiny. After my master's endless bowing, Jianshi finally storms off. But as he mutters and walks away, a shadow appears. Up on the roof, someone is waiting. Looking for me, I'm that peasant you mentioned, Chen Shaoyun. Jianshi rages at the sight of me. "You're the punk who hurt my Zeyong." "Punk, hey, you aren't much older than me." So watch your mouth." He's stunned, and then it hits me. Shoot, I forgot I regressed. Right now, I'm literally just a kid. So I quickly lower my tone. "Look, senior brother G and I were just sparring. A little rough play is normal. I don't care if you were sparring. You absolutely cannot hit his head. Now pay attention here, because his son entering the academy is the whole plot. Can a broke sect like ours even handle that? Besides, he beat a dozen juniors so badly they couldn't stand. If he can't even beat a third-rate fighter like me." Forget the martial academy. Jianshi blows his top. "You brat, what if I completely cut off Tai Yi's sponsorship? Can you take the blame? Tai Yi is a bankrupt third-rate sect. With one word from him, we lose everything. He's threatening to let us starve." By the way, Bai Bafeng means the top 108 sects in the Alliance, and somehow we're on that list. I still don't know how a trash sect like ours got in, but we have one massive perk. Every top-tier sect gets one free pass to send any disciple straight into the martial academy. No exams. That's why Jianshi bought his way in with sponsorships. He wanted that free pass for his son. Facing his threats, I just smile coldly. Go ahead. Cut the funds. As long as I'm here, Tai Yi sect will never fall. But let's pause for a second. Why is this wealthy merchant using a tiny rural sect? There are so many elite schools, yet you dumped your kid in our middle-of-nowhere village. What's the real story? Did everyone else reject him? His eyes turn blood red. Bullseye, I hit his sore spot. In my past life, I constantly begged him. His son got the spot, but the moment he was in, they cut our funding anyway. Begging gets you nowhere. If you want to survive in this martial world, you must rely on your own strength. That's a lesson I learned with my life. Now the scene shifts. I've arrived at a mysterious mountain cave. First step, get strong. But standard Tai Yi training is way too slow. I need rare spiritual elixirs to boost my qi. Lucky for me, I memorized an ancient herb encyclopedia in my past life. It lists locations, times, and everything. I just need to harvest and eat them. But there's a tiny problem. The guardian of this treasure is a face-masked demon spider. It looks deadly, but I must harvest this 10,000-year fire ginseng. I'll use my Xiaotian sword technique to end this. But in a flash, my blade is knocked away, too weak. But brain beats brawn any day. I use a torch to ignite the highly flammable spider webs. Instant firewall. The demon spider gets swallowed by the roaring flames. Yes, fire works every time. Watch out, martial arts world. Because from this moment on, I'm turning everything upside down. Let me give you a quick lesson. The fire ginseng is legendary. It can reshape your body and rapidly boost your ki. But it's always guarded by a face-masked demon spider that spits deadly acid. Its armor is rock hard, but those highly flammable webs are its fatal weakness. Fire is the perfect weapon here. This spider died the most pathetic death ever just because I wanted its treasure. I burned it to a crisp and stabbed it one last time to make sure it was dead. I stab it once more to make sure. Then I harvest and swallow the fire ginseng raw. But after absorbing it with my basic technique, there's barely any ki. You and I both know he completely wasted this legendary herb. All right, you and I are about to dive in. Is this cultivation method garbage, or am I just useless? My dantian is still pathetically small. At this rate, when the looming disaster strikes, I will have absolutely no way to protect the Taiyi sect. Once the Great War begins, low-level martial artists like us will just be used as meat shields. To save my sect, I must become a core figure in the martial arts alliance before the war starts. In this chaos, it is my only choice. Step 1. Enter the Martial Academy in 1 year. But with my current trash power level, passing that exam is completely impossible. Am I doomed to fail, even in this second life? As I desperately searched my mind for a way out, I suddenly remembered. Gishengyong has a Huashan sect elixir. In my past life, his father bought him that rare pill to guarantee he would pass. It was the famous snow plum elixir, but the night before, Shengyong could even swallow it. The pill vanished without a trace. The thief was never caught. But since that heist has not happened yet in this timeline, I still have a chance to strike first. Humans always leave tracks. Using my absolute recall, I organize my memories like library books, sorting through every single detail. I cross-reference the alliance reports, guest lists, and sect missions from my past life piece by piece, until everything finally clicks. Now pay attention here. The suspects are Zhu Jiangmu, Qiu Yiwu, and Zhang Hunqi. My library brain is a total cheat code. So I will gladly take this elixir for myself. But as I prepare to leave, my azure dragon ring suddenly flashes with light. Before I can react, a dark living mist erupts from the ring, directly targeting the dead, face-masked demon spider on the ground. It wraps around the monster's inner core, draining every drop of raw power straight into my ring. And then suddenly, a massive surge of energy explodes inside my body. I had no idea this old war trophy possessed such insane power. I clench my fist and smash the stone wall into absolute dust. The ring purified that evil beast core, feeding me pure strength. My inner energy spikes to a whole new level. Meanwhile, the G family has successfully purchased the legendary Huashan sect elixir. They even throw a massive banquet bragging about it to everyone. But do they even realize how precious that pill is? It is second only to the Zixiao elixir. Even the elite inner disciples of the Huashan sect rarely get their hands on one. But while everyone is celebrating, Hongxilian is only worried about me, wondering where on earth her stupid martial brother ran off to. She believes she should carry the sect's future, calling Xiaoyun a total idiot. Seeing her down, the juniors try cheering her up with food. They offer her their favorite snacks, completely ignoring a very annoyed Ji Chengyong, who storms off in a massive huff. Xilian tells them to take the cafeteria food back, but these cheeky kids seem to see right through her. They tease her, saying she always gets super quiet when she misses Xiaoyun, which is hilarious, since she is normally the loudest one. I know what you are thinking. She is totally blushing. To hide it, she starts stuffing her face, threatening to eat everything. The juniors beg her to leave some. But hey, thanks to these little rascals, her mood is finally back to normal. Night falls, and while the banquet is packed with laughing guests, a silent shadow quickly slips over their heads unnoticed. It is a master thief, fleeing with his prize. After some swift leaps across the rooftops, he finally stops to catch his breath. Believing he got away, he laughs out loud, celebrating his incredible luck at stealing such a legendary treasure. He mocks the famous G merchant chamber, boasting about how easy it was to slip inside and snatch their ultimate prize. But mid-laugh, a dark figure creeps up behind him. With a clean flash of steel, the thief's head rolls. Brutal. The killer takes the pill, muttering that he needs it more. Now you might think a simple bear trap cannot stop a martial artist. But what if the entire forest is rigged with them? To set this up, Xiaoyun visited the town's top blacksmith a few days ago. He asks the blacksmith if the rumors are true, that he can craft anything, specifically asking for traps designed to hunt humans. The request instantly catches the blacksmith's attention. He proudly boasts that his workshop is the very best in the entire region. From catching simple rabbits to bringing down colossal high-tier demonic beasts, he has got traps for absolutely everything. Xiaoyun orders several beast traps, but with a twist. They must trigger at the touch of a falling leaf and snap bone instantly. Actually scratch that he wants them modified to guarantee a one-hit kill, leaving absolutely zero chance of survival. The smith is visibly disturbed by this psycho request. Cut back to the present, right after the thief stole the elixir. He gets decapitated by another assassin, waiting in ambush. The killer laughs, mocking how easily the famous thief went down. He celebrates their lucky day, just as his partner steps out of the dark, praising his martial brother's swift blade. These two are none other than Zhang Hunqi and Qiuyi of the Diankang Five Swords, already plotting their next move. They decide to hide the body, so everyone blames the dead thief. But first, they open the box to admire the pill. And trust me, you and I are going to love this. Xiaoyun's voice suddenly whispers from right behind them. Stick with me, our main character just sneaked up on these two, easily dodging their panicked sword strikes. Before they even realize it, I snatch their precious snow plum elixir, sending Zhang Hunqi into a total rage. He screams that it is not mine to touch, but I just run. Is Diankang sect really this shameless? He catches up and swings his blade down hard, but this is exactly what I wanted. Time for a friendly warning. Watch your step. A second later, a massive bear trap snaps shut. Congratulations, you just won the grand prize. A painful scream rings through the entire forest. Hey, I told you to watch your step, did I not? He calls me a cheating coward and demands I unmask myself. Too bad for him, I completely ignore his whining. Instead, I toss a pebble right at a Qiuyi's feet. Boom, another trap snaps, crushing the stone to pieces. That shuts them up real quick. Now they know I own this forest. But how did I know their plan? Well, I found a major anomaly in the archives. After the elixir was stolen, the thief vanished without a trace. No overpowered new masters appeared either. So I dug through every single record of inner power gains from that era, and there it was. The thief was dead, his body hidden. But why did no powerhouse suddenly rise to fame? Now pay attention here. The elixir was split between two people, so the power boost did not look suspicious. Only two disciples from the Diankang sect got stronger. They scream, warning me about the martial alliance's wrath. I laugh it off. Since when does a thief report another thief to the cops? Furious Qiuyi smashes her fist into the dirt, shattering all my hidden bear traps in one go. She threatens to make me suffer if I do not hand it over. Am I scared? Not even a little. She warns her senior that my escape path is probably loaded with even more traps. Hai laughs and says they just need to step exactly where I step. With that, they charge after me. They get closer and closer, laughing that my run is officially over. I take a massive leap onto a clearing. Thinking I gave up, they step right next to my footprints. You and I both saw that coming, right? Boom! Dozens of traps snap shut, tearing their legs to shreds. They thought they could outsmart me by copying my steps, but they forgot one tiny crucial detail. You have to match my footsteps perfectly in this dense minefield. They gasp, asking how I dodged them all. Simple. I have absolute recall, a godly mental mapping talent granted to me by the heavens. Meanwhile, in an ancient pavilion, two powerful elders are casually sipping tea and discussing martial world politics. One of them brings up our main character's home, the Taiyi sect, suggesting it is time to replace them. I wants to kick them out of the top rankings and give their spot to the rising Iron Sword sect. The strategist reminds him that they cannot just replace a sect without a massive, unforgivable mistake. Turns out Taiye sect has been secretly selling their academy slots for cash. But back to our hero. Using my mysterious ring, I have actually mastered a legendary forbidden energy absorbing technique. I lock myself away slowly, absorbing the immense medicinal power of the snow plum elixir into my core. My spiritual core is now vastly superior compared to my previous life. The results are absolutely mind-blowing. Stepping outside, I immediately order a massive feast. The waiter gasps, relieved that I am finally alive. He tells me the kitchen is closed, but I slam a fat stack of silver onto the table. Is this enough for some overtime? The waiter eyes the cash and runs to drag the chef out of bed. Money really makes the world go round. Luckily, I amassed a fortune by hunting tigers using my mystical ring. It lets me drain life force from any beast, converting it directly into pure inner energy. Selling those tiger pelts made me rich, but this absorbing power comes with a massive, terrifying catch. It looks exactly like a forbidden demonic technique. If anyone finds out, I am as good as dead. The entire Taiyi sect would be wiped out. Soon the waiter returns with a steaming mountain of food. My mouth waters at the sight, but the waiter stays to drop some major unexpected gossip. He tells me a legendary elixir was stolen, and trust me, you and I know exactly who did it. They even sent an elite investigation team. I freeze in panic. If they trace it back to me, I am done. Luckily, the waiter adds that they lost the trail and gave up. Finally, I can take a deep breath. Let's dive into this epic journey. On the surface, I pretend to be calm, but my business is hurting. But then, they mention the Iron Sword sect is holding a drill, instantly triggering my worst memories from my past life. It was during this exact time that the sect master's 60th birthday banquet happened, where my father knelt before the entire martial world. He begged for forgiveness, just to protect his useless son. This time I absolutely cannot set foot in that place again. I vowed to save my father from that humiliation. Yet somehow the moment I snapped out of it, here I was. I was at the banquet, dueling the sect master's own grandson. Just 2 days earlier, my juniors were training hard while the three brothers struggled. They collapsed from exhaustion, complaining about having to chop down trees 100 times in this awful weather. They tease each other about wanting to be like me, but then wonder where I have been for the past week. They think I am hiding because I beat up Jijeong and feared my dad's wrath. But as they guess wildly, a shout echoes. Young Li Tong suddenly yells that I am back. I show up at the gate, carrying a massive bag of luggage. But deep down, I am sweating bullets, trying to figure out how to avoid going to the Iron Sword sect. I need a rock-solid excuse to keep my entire sect away. My juniors run up to welcome me back, shouting my name. They missed me. But then a loud voice roars, asking where the hell I have been fooling around lately. It is my father. Now pay attention here. This is my father, Chen Taishan. Seeing him alive after my rebirth makes me emotional. I run to hug him, thanking the heavens, but get a heavy fist to the face instead. He yells at me for acting foolish. He accuses me of almost ruining the sect. Just then, Ji Jeong struts over, glaring daggers at me. He demands a fair rematch. Seeing his angry face, I cannot help but tease him about how shiny he looks. I joke that the stolen snow plum elixir must have made him a god, which instantly makes him explode with rage. He storms off while my junior asks if I knew the elixir was stolen. Of course I do, I stole it. I just said it to annoy him. Ignoring their confusion, I call everyone over to see the treats I brought. I unpack a bag full of delicious food, making the kids cheer. But Hong Silian is not smiling at all. She scolds me, telling me to stop disappearing because the merchants are too busy with the stolen elixir to fight. Plus they have to attend the upcoming birthday banquet, so we are safe. She warns me not to carry everything alone. Her concern makes me blush. But wait, our sect is invited to the banquet too. Oh no. Our leader hates it, but skipping would be disrespectful. I desperately search for a way out, but my father speaks. He says he will go alone, ordering us to stay. Okay, I know what you are thinking. Why is the timeline changing? Before I can think, Li Tong hands me some old rice cakes saved from the previous banquet just for me. She wanted me to try them, But now that she sees all the fresh treats I brought back, she feels bad. She thinks the old cakes are trash. I do not care stuffing them in my mouth and praising the taste. I eat every bite and promise to give her all my candy as compensation, which makes her super happy. Watching them smile, a harsh truth hits me. No matter how much I try to avoid the Iron Sword sect, they will come. They will still find an excuse to cause trouble. So it is time to strike first. Fast forward to the banquet day. We arrive at the sect, and our leader warns me not to cause trouble. I promise I will behave. But what if they start it? He tells me to endure it. Meanwhile, I notice my father looks incredibly tense. He has been silent and gloomy since we got here. My leader snaps at me for not paying attention. Suddenly, a noisy crowd pushes past us, demanding we move because their people supposedly queued up for them. Our leader is furious. Cutting in line with this many people is shameless. He tells them to back off. But then a smug guy steps forward, identifying himself as the young master of the powerful green bamboo fort, Ouyangshi. The crowd gasps because his sect is legendary in this region. I immediately recognize this total scumbag. In my past life, he teamed up with Jicheong to bully my sect, and our elders ignored it. This time they pay. I loudly ask what kind of trashy sect that is mocking them in public. Everyone freezes in shock. Is this kid suicidal? Ouyangshi looks ready to kill, but I do not care. I laughingly add that the name sounds like a toilet brand. Furious, he draws his sword, swearing vengeance. Just as we are about to clash, a powerful voice echoes through the crowd, demanding to know what is happening. He demands peace for his grandfather's banquet. Trust me, you and I are about to see a massive fight unfold next. All right, you and I are about to meet Cheng Mulan of the Iron Sword sect, a powerhouse founded just 50 years ago. They share the Hefei region with us, meaning our Taiyi sect is the biggest obstacle to their expansion. Plus, they covet our secret techniques. In my past life at their leader's 60th birthday banquet, I crossed paths with them. Their young master insulted our sect and challenged me. Even though I was outclassed, I still accepted the fight. My father knelt in public to save me. Pay attention because I refuse to let that happen again. To change history, I intentionally provoked the young master of Green Bamboo Fort, causing a massive scene. This successfully drew Cheng Mulan's attention, who immediately asked if everyone came here just to pick a fight. Seeing his goddess, the young master backed down, blaming me. But Cheng Mulan immediately shut down his excuses. She ordered him to the back, then offered to guide our Taiyi sect inside personally as an apology. Just like that, we followed her inside, while Jidaeong kept trying to kiss up to her. But she clearly was not interested, only giving him cold, brief replies to keep her distance. Soon we entered the bustling main hall, where the powerful sect leader Cheng Tianyu sat right in front. Next to him was his red-haired son, Cheng Juze. The Ji family rushed over to flatter them immediately. They laughed and chatted like old friends, completely leaving our Taiyi sect out in the cold. If Mulan hadn't spoken up, the young leader wouldn't have even looked at us. He finally acknowledged Zhang Chaishi. He noted it had been 20 years since that incident with my father, instantly making me highly curious. My father's strange behavior today must be connected to whatever happened back then. But the mockery didn't stop. He openly mocked our disciples' talent, asking if these weaklings were really the best we had. I even warned Jidaeong not to let our useless sect ruin his bright future. I had heard enough. I fire right back, asking why a young sect leader sounds like a street thug. And yeah, I meant every word. I sarcastically asked him to be generous, which immediately drew the attention of the entire banquet hall. Even the sect leader looked furious. Feeling deeply humiliated, Cheng Juze completely lost his temper. He threw his wine cup straight at my face, screaming at me. But then an announcement echoed. The chief strategist of the Martial Alliance had just arrived, making the sect leader jump to his feet. They rushed out to greet the guest, forcing Cheng Juze to back down with a frustrated glare. With everyone scrambling outside to kiss up to the VIP, our group was left entirely alone. Kang Saishi suddenly grabbed my collar in a panic, furious that I had dared to insult the host. He yelled, demanding to know why I ignored his warnings and actively provoked such a powerful enemy. He warned that drawing my sword would have ruined us, realizing they were trying to bait me. I demanded to know what happened 20 years ago that made my father look so pale. My father looked away in deep sadness, refusing to speak about that dark, painful chapter. Sheng Mulan stepped in to guide us to a private inner hall, giving everyone an escape. They actually served us incredible rare delicacies. She asked if we were satisfied with the treatment. She revealed she prepared this personally. She explained the young sect leader has 2 legendary sons. The other is the brilliant Chung Muxuan. But the sect poured all their resources into the eldest. Though neglected until age 9, Mulan still managed to qualify for the prestigious martial academy. I acknowledged her incredible talent, but wasted no time in asking what they truly wanted from us. I asked why they invited the Tai sect. She smiled, saying banquets are for building friendships. I countered that throughout history, the most brutal assassinations always take place at celebratory banquets. She laughed off my suspicion, promised it would never happen here, and politely took her leave. As night fell and the celebrations roared, Mulan retreated to the quiet roof to escape the crowd. She sighed, finding no true heroes among the guests except for that intriguing Chen Xiaoyun. He dared to provoke Green Bamboo Fort and insult her father. Was it supreme confidence or madness? As she wondered, she suddenly spotted 2 familiar figures moving stealthily through the courtyard below. They're heading right for her brother's private banquet hall. Trust me, you and I are going to want to see what happens next. You and I are diving right back into the action. Just as Chen Xiaoyun plans his next move, a knock rattles his door. Miss Cheng, what are you doing here so late? What brings you here this late? If I told you I could literally see the future, would you think I lost my mind? Well, Cheng Mulan, the famous beautiful wolf of the Iron Sword sect, showed up at midnight just to invite me to their upcoming youth banquet. Honestly, I have absolutely no interest in these flashy gatherings. So I rejected her, claiming my Tai sect disciples prefer staying far away from such events. But she counters, saying junior sister Hong already went. That changes everything. In my past life, this banquet was where my catastrophic clash with Chung Muxuan began. That clash disgraced my father and humiliated our entire sect. I honestly thought just avoiding this event in this lifetime would keep us safe. But now I have to go. I cannot leave junior sister Hong alone in what is clearly a trap. Cheng Mulan looks absolutely stunned by my words. She protests, insisting they would never set a trap. I scoff. Stop acting. Do you really think I do not see right through your sect's dirty schemes? That really strikes a nerve. She snaps back, admitting they hate the Tai sect, but swears they would never stoop to such shameless, underhanded tricks. Seeing her fierce sincerity, I start to believe her. It actually reminds me of what she said earlier today. Women are shut out of major sect decisions. So I make her a prediction. At this very banquet tonight, her arrogant brother Cheng Muxuan will target me. He will relentlessly provoke me, trying to humiliate my entire sect. And even if I back down and swallow my pride, he will not stop. With that, I walk toward the banquet hall. Meanwhile, some suck-up named Ouyang Shi is loudly insulting our Tai sect to flatter Chung Muxuan, while junior sister Hong just sits there in silence. The crowd laughs even louder, seeing her stay quiet. Now watch closely, because this jerk is about to cross the line, raising his cup to deliver a final insult. He asks her if the weak Tai sect even deserves to be part of the prestigious 108 directions. Why not step aside for stronger sects? Just as junior sister Hong is cornered and unable to answer, I suddenly slide in and sit right between them. Behind me, Chung Mulan enters the room. Ouyang Shi's smug attitude vanishes instantly. Seeing his goddess Chung Mulan, he stammers. I ignore him and order a nearby disciple. One of his guys snaps, yelling at me for disrespecting his senior. I scoff. Senior brother. When your sect is insulted and your junior sister is humiliated, and you just stand by watching coldly. A coward like that does not deserve the title. Meanwhile, I find out why junior sister Hong actually came here. She wanted to shield me, knowing I would cause chaos if I showed up. Hearing this makes me feel a bit guilty. How does she know me so well? Anyway, almost everyone here is busy mocking my sect, except for 2 people who completely ignore the noise. One of them is a real heavy hitter. Nangong Shan of the prestigious Nangong family, widely feared as one of the hidden dragons. And the other person, he is even more dangerous. Cheng Muxuan, the blood wolf of the Iron Sword sect and the host of this banquet. Suddenly, that annoying fly Ouyang Shi decides to butt in again. He asks if I will speak for my sister. Now I know what you are thinking. This guy is asking for a beatdown, right? Let us see how I handle it. I tell him I actually agree. A pond needs fresh water to stay clean. But the catch is that fresh water must actually be clean, unlike his filthy sect. His green bamboo fortress is a rising force. But they have never been allowed into the 108 directions. Do you want to know why? 60 years ago, during their infamous massacre, their own brothers butchered each other just to steal the leader's throne. They are nothing but backstabbing traitors. Sure, they are strong. But in a brutal war against the demonic cult, who would ever trust their back to a sect that slaughters their own brothers? Anyone would feel disgusted by them. My words completely trigger Ouyang Shi. He roars furious that I dared to bring up his sect's ultimate taboo. Just as he draws his blade, a booming voice stops him cold. What is going on here? Everyone in this room is a guest of the Iron Sword sect. He asks if they are looking down on the Iron Sword sect. But plot twist, he is glaring directly at me. His sister quickly tries to defend me. He snaps at his sister to shut up. Seeing his blatant bias, I slowly stand up. Fine, we are clearly not welcome here. My apologies for speaking out of turn. I tell him we will leave now and ask him to calm down. But as we turn around to walk away, his cold voice stops us once again. He claims I insulted his guest on his territory, and letting me leave untouched would ruin his sect's reputation. Therefore, he has made a decision. He publicly challenges me to a martial arts duel. Cheng Mulan's face goes completely pale. It played out exactly like my prediction, because I knew this trap was completely unavoidable. They are deliberately looking for trouble, but this time I will fight back. I will not let them walk all over me like in my past life. The massive duel between our two sects is finally about to begin. To protect my sect's honor, I had to accept the Blood Wolf's deadly challenge. But when my father and Elder Zhang find out, they absolutely tear into me for being reckless. They scream at my father to control his troublemaking son, but I ask them to trust me just this once. Seeing my absolute determination, Zhang Kaishi sighs and washes her hands of it. But my father, he just sits there in complete heavy silence. The day of the big duel finally arrives. Exactly as I feared, a massive gossiping crowd of martial artists gathers around the Iron Sword sect's main arena to watch the spectacle. Whispers spread through the crowd that a Taiyi disciple insulted the hosts, and now his own father has come to beg for mercy. High above, the powerful sect leaders watch like gods. The Iron Sword leaders sit alongside Zhuge Jiaoming, the Martial Alliance's chief strategist. Looking down, Zhuge realizes the Iron Sword sect is fully prepared to destroy us. They want to kick our Taiyi sect out of the alliance completely. My father bows, begging them to overlook our mistakes, but the merciless sect leader refuses to give us any slack. They are truly evil, through and through. But as I finally arrive and see my father humiliated, anger explodes inside me. Trust me, you and I are about to see him pay. All right, you and I are about to watch one hell of a payback story. The enemy sect master sneers, demanding our hero kneel if he wants to save his crippled father's honor, and he'll cancel the match. But Chen Xiaoyun draws his sword anyway. Father, my mind is made up. Your begging won't change a thing. Just watch me. I won't let you down. The enemy laughs, mocking his arrogance and wanting to see what the Taiyi sect's genius can do. His opponent, Cheng Muxuan, is the pampered heir of the Iron Sword sect. He has hoarded almost all of his sect's premium resources. His choice of weapon is a massive crushing greatsword, forged from pure black iron. This heavy style is the exact opposite of our agile Taiyi sect. Now watch closely here. To win this, our hero has to completely overwhelm him with raw speed. Xiaoyun spots an opening and slashes down, but the heavy sword blocks it effortlessly. With the brutal counter-surge of energy, he's blasted backward. Muxuan grips his sword with both hands, slamming it down to shatter the entire stage. The crowd sneers. Looks like the rumors are true. The Taiyi sect is completely finished. On the stage, Xiaoyun is writhing in absolute agony, from that devastating blow. Moxuan mocks him, telling him to give up because their pathetic sect doesn't belong here. They aren't fit to be part of the 108 peaks. But ignoring the brutal insults, our main character grits his teeth and charges once more. Damn it, this guy's raw strength is just too cheat level. Then Moxuan drops a bomb 20 years ago. Another arrogant fool from the Taiyi sect stood right where he is. He dared to challenge the Iron Sword sect. Naturally, he failed miserably, paying a horrific price that left his entire body broken, scarred, and ruined. And that crippled man, none other than Xiaoyun's own father. Let's pause for a second. This is exactly why his father has been acting so strangely lately, catching him distracted. Moxuan kicks him violently across the ring. Seeing our hero struggle back to his feet, the villain laughs, calling him just as brainless as his father. But Xiaoyun knows that even if he begs for mercy, history will just repeat itself. He's done running. He will prove to the entire world that his sect is no longer weak. The moment the heavy blade swings, Xiaoyun ducks, dodging the strike by a hair's breadth. The villain's eyes widen in sheer disbelief. How did he miss that close? Suddenly, our main character is like a completely different person. No matter how fast or heavy the attacks come, he dodges every single one with absolute ease. This is his ultimate cheat code as a hyper-tragedian with absolute recall. He knows every single move his enemy will make before they even think of it. First form of the lesser thousand sword style. He unleashes a lightning-fast flurry of slashes, shredding right through Moxuan's defense. The crowd is stunned. And that's where we leave it. Our hero stands victorious, mocking the elite sect. Trust me, you and I are going to want to see what happens next.